Okay, welcome everyone. Today, we're going to get our hands dirty. We're going to build a complete workplace observation right from scratch, the kind you'll actually be using out in the field. And our whole goal here is to make sure that every single piece of evidence we gather is absolutely rock solid by making it pass what we call the SCARV test. So this is really at the heart of what we do, isn't it? I mean, anyone can test what's in a textbook. But how do we prove what someone can actually do on the job? How do we capture that real skill as it's happening? Well, that's the job of a great observation, and it's exactly why having a solid framework is absolutely non-negotiable. And this is our framework, SCARV: sufficient, current, authentic, reliable, and valid. Now, I want you to think of this less like a boring checklist and more like our North Star, our guarantee of quality. As we build our form today, you'll see how every single element we add is designed to hit one of these principles. All right, let's get into it. Section 1, designing with purpose. I've heard some junior assessors worry that having too much structure can kind of kill authenticity. Well, I'm here to tell you it is the exact opposite. A really well-designed form is the very thing that guarantees you're going to get defensible, high-quality evidence every single time. Every solid assessment has to start with a blueprint. Here in the Formz platform, we call this place the studio. Now, don't worry about all the little details you see here just yet. Just focus with me on the top left. This is where we lay the foundation, making sure every single task we observe is tied directly to the official qualification standards. It really just boils down to these 3 steps. First, you pick your qualification. Second, you link every question to a specific learning outcome. And then you build the form using these simple drag and drop blocks. Trust me, I learned this the hard way once. I built this beautiful, detailed observation, but I completely forgot to map it properly. The evidence was great, but it wasn't valid because I couldn't prove it hit the unit requirements. Don't make my mistake. Always start with the mapping. And here's a perfect example of what that mapping looks like in practice. See, on the left, you've got the practical steps for the observation, like conduct a client consultation. And over on the right, you can see exactly how each of those is tied to a specific performance outcome. This is so important. When you take that box, you're not just saying, yep, they did the job. You are certifying that they've provided valid evidence against the qualification itself. And please, don't overlook the simple stuff. These details are essential for painting the full picture. Here, we're capturing the who, the where, and the what. But I really want you to pay attention to that little tag for workplace versus simulation. That one piece of context is vital for our authentic principle. It tells an auditor the exact story behind the evidence they're looking at. All right, so our foundation is solid. Now for the fun part, capturing the actual performance. This is where we shift from planning to practice, and we get to see their skills live, in action. So how do we make sure the evidence we're capturing is truly genuine? Okay, now this is a game changer. Look at this question here. Tell me the top 2 risk factors you were checking for. Instead of letting them write a perfect, polished answer, we make them record their response. What you get is their real-time thinking. You get their tone, their confidence. It's just raw and unfakeable. Now here's a little feature that might seem small but is incredibly powerful: the time limit. See that? 60 seconds. By giving them just a minute, we take away the chance for them to go look something up or script a perfect answer. What we're testing is their immediate, on-the-spot professional judgment. This is a perfect example of hitting the current principle. This evidence is being created right here, right now. And remember, true authenticity rarely comes from just one piece of evidence. It's really about building a layered, robust picture of competence. Look down here at the bottom of the diagram with me. I like to call these our 3 authenticity anchors. Let's quickly break down what they are. So first up, our audio anchor. That's the unscripted verbal response we just talked about. Second is visual. We get photographic proof of their work, but we use a smart crop rule to protect any client privacy. And third, and this one is really clever, is metacognitive. It's a fancy word for asking them to think about their own thinking. By simply asking, how confident are you in that answer, we get this amazing insight into their self-awareness, and we can weed out any lucky guesses. Okay, so we've captured all this rich, authentic evidence. Now we have to judge it. And that judgment has to be fair, it has to be consistent, and it has to be super easy to defend during any kind of quality audit. This is all about that reliable principle. Let me show you my absolute favorite part. See this section on the right, side-by-side marking? When it's time to judge, this is the view you get. The learner's work is on the left, and your marking guide is right there on the right. Come on, we've all been there, right? Juggling multiple windows, trying to compare a PDF to an answer sheet. This simple layout just makes your judgment faster, way more consistent, and so much more reliable. We call this triangulation of evidence. It's a bit of a fancy term, but all it really means is you have multiple points of reference to back up your decision. You can listen to their audio, you can read the auto transcription, and you can see the photo they submitted, all while comparing it directly against the model answer. With all of that, your final decision is just rock solid and super easy to defend. But remember, an assessment isn't just about a pass or fail. It is one of the most powerful teaching moments we have. So let's look at how we can turn our judgment into a real opportunity for that learner to grow, just by using structured feedback. So instead of just having a single final comments box, we use what you see here at the bottom right, a structured feedback loop. And this is what transforms the whole assessment from a one-way judgment into a two-way conversation that's designed specifically to help the learner get better. Here's how it works. It's simple. We always start with their strengths, then we clearly identify the areas for improvement, and crucially, we then provide Feedforward, which is a concrete action plan for next time. But here's the unique part. Enquiry. This actually gives the learner a chance to ask us questions and get clarity, which turns feedback from a lecture into a real dialogue. And to make it all official and close that loop, both the learner and the assessor sign off digitally. This gives us a time-stamped, irrefutable record that the feedback was not only delivered, but that it was also understood. This final step is really what helps us nail the sufficient principle of SCARV, creating a complete and totally defensible assessment record. So we've walked through designing the form, capturing the evidence, judging it, and giving feedback. Let's just take one final step back and see how this entire process stacks up against those SCARV principles that we started with. So let's just quickly trace the journey we took. We started over on the left with design in the studio, right? Then we moved into the center to capture that authentic evidence. Then it was over to the right for the side-by-side marking, and we finally closed the loop with that structured feedback. As you can see, every single stage was intentionally built to ensure quality and compliance. And this is the result. We have sufficient evidence from multiple sources. It's current, thanks to all those timestamps. It's authentic because it was captured in real time. It's reliable because of the structured marking. And most importantly, it's valid because every single thing maps back to the qualification. We have passed the SCARV test with flying colors. So look, if you take just one thing away from our chat today, let it be this philosophy. Design with intention, capture authentically, judge fairly, and grow through dialogue. Honestly, that's what great assessment is all about. We've covered the why and the how. You now have the framework, and you have the tools to build assessments that genuinely capture competence. So, now it's your turn. Go build your first workplace observation.